I'm proud of. If they it up correct, don't treat your family with honor. I don't care if it's easy for the barista, I promise. Yeah, me and my dad on the beach, he passed it to my sis while our toes touch the sea. I hope you hatin' get to do the same thing. Success don't suck, what sucks is wondering. 730 days and 32 new grades. That album got me stressed, I tune it like T-Pain. Yeah, I got the keys and these got keychains. They keep taking shots but they missing, they need aim. Cop the signal like Bruce Wayne. Never had it all, but I built it from loose change. Life is like a white tee, baby, it gets stained. But you better bundle up, cause it's a cold game.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. Now in the rear-view mirror, we are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard
line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. A give right side, here's Bigsby. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 24-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Pass hauled in by the rookie from Miami. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. Give up the gut to Bigsby. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
They run it again with Bigsby. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
About set. This is third and 5.
18 Cardinal, 18, 60.
Shuck now from the gun. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Throwing again on second down. Here's Shuck. He has room past the 25. the 17-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. Ooh, he made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that first down carry.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Again, it's Bigsby. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Third and 1.
Look at this. Tight end getting the carry here. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
They'll run this with Bigsby. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone, partner, but it is still going to keep this offense on the field. They've got a first and goal.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
Bigsby does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Cage. It's a matter of a foot. They could have had some points on the board defensively.
Set, hut. Ready?
Here's a design run. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. First and 10.
We go, set up, 5. Wait, 20.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Great work there to evade the tackle. With the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. And line for another first and 10.
The Lions first down.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jonas Sanker in from the secondary, making that stop.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's on target to Williams. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Gain 15 there. And the Lions have the first down.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. Ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here you go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down. Yeah, I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like an attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. This return starts at the 5. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Back to throw. Shuck. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for a 2nd down.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needs. The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
70 Lions. Trap 60.
Trying for it with Shuck. Here's his man, caught by Odunze. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. On play action, here's Shuck. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
To throw again here, it's Shuck. Forced out to his right. Brought in inside the 20. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
The QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Chuck on third down. And this is going to be a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints now lead by 10. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints drive their lead to 11. Reed now to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now gone. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Out of the shotgun. Gone. Short pass brought in. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Well, we saw those guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if we weren't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarred loose, incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
4th down, Goff throwing. He connects downfield. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
22 yards.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
For big yards on the right side. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
A gain of 15. First down, Detroit.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Gibbs is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions make it a one-score game in the 1st half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions cut the lead down to 4.
Lions
10. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down.
And the Saints.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Saints first down.
At the 41-yard line.
70 line, 18 round.
Shock working from the gun. He's got it over the middle. He's still going at the 30. Running down the left side. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints now lead by 10. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
On the coverage.
From the gun, Goff. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not at the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40.
And the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
38-yard line.
It'll be 2nd down and 9, but not just yet. Only a couple of minutes to go in our first half. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. Back now, pressure coming. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
He's throwing deep to the... Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
1st and 10.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Chuck now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more important, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. We're working a couple yards past the line. Rohit Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Here we go. Hawk 70, 60 Maverick.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's got the first down grab and still going. He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints boat racing them to the head. locker room.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints push their lead to 18.
Lions 10.
Reed now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Jonas Sanker on the coverage.
Shotgun snap here to go. Has him on the quick hitter. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he could move those chains. Offense in a hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third down run by Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. I'm just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
And the Lions.
Goff setting the throw. Falls to the ground out left. Incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. Kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Go, 180. We go, 76. 76.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Catch made left side by Laporta. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Lions.
Play action here with Goff. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
20.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. Oh, he puts some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions chop some of the lead off before the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Lions make it an 11-point ball game.
Lions 17.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Here's a return from the 7. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. They get 35 out of that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
At the 34-yard line.
On play action, here's Shuck. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Raven Pace on the coverage.
Shotgun snap to Shough. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Here we go.
Third down, here's Shough. Chased out to his right. Going all the way to the end zone here. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. One last play before the break. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. Reed now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Goff off the play action. On the move, headed right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ross St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Goff to the air now. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-out completion that nets them the 1st down.
Gibbs now from the gun. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut. Offensive line fast. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Gain 15 there. And the Lions have a 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 13 on that play. That is good for Detroit 1st down.
Detroit Lions, 1st down.
Like 20.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
5.
Here's Gibbs on the carry. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
They're going to track him down. Nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Sharp looking to pass here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing, shot. Catch made, left side by Palmer. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
And now it's Bigsby. This didn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. That was Tyleik Williams in on the play.
I think you got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road, with what looked like a very clean play.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here we go. 60 Bison, Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Shuck now on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 9-point advantage. Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. Reed now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. And off the play fake. Here's Goff. Big game continuing for Laporta. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. 28-yard pickup there. And the Lions have the 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st down, Detroit.
Goff on 1st and 10. And the Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
12 yards. It's 2nd down.
From the gun, Goff. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
You know, they really love that trade because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college games and the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Before they can run a play on 4th down, we have a timeout. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Field goal attempts coming here from Chad Ryland. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash.
59-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
He has tried quite a few kicks at his time in the NFL, Kate, but a little extra excitement, I think, from everybody on the field. Don't get many chances to set a new career long. He took a shot, and he delivered.
Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
At their own 36-yard line.
Get your money up. I put money down on all of us. All my people.
1st and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Back to throw. Shuck. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28.
36 yards.
That's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Shuck working from the gun. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a 13-point lead. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
Saints 42, Lions 28.
Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to go. Has him on the quick hitter. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Get some space around midfield. They get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Working quickly here.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives it backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Taking a deep shot here. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Good one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play. You're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
3rd and long for him here. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Running left with Bigsby. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Saints up by multiple scores, and they've got the football. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Chuck now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going deep this time. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Let's throw at this level. So much speed and length. You got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
On 2nd and 10. Gone. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Goff. Screen here for Gibbs. Still working past the 40. And all the way up to the 42-yard line before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 14.
Off play action, Goff.
1st down.
Quick slant, here's Laporta. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield. There to the opposing 46.
That's another Detroit Lions.
It's Gibbs on the carry. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. A big play, and that's him 17 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Rush coming for Goff. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive on. 1st and 10 coming up.
At their own 47-yard line.
On play action, here's Shuck. Buying some time right. Throws this one deep down the right side. It's complete! Oh my, they left him wide open downfield. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Running right is Bigsby. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play action, Chuck. Into traffic, complete. They're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by DJ Reed. 40. Hits the 20. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Detroit.
I got to believe, Kate, his first pick of the game directly led to that one. Remember what worked to generate that first turnover, playing things the same way, and this time, well, it wasn't just a pick. It was a pick 6.
Goff leading the offense back to the line. They're going for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Back to work they go after the interception. And he reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
Lions.
Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like, if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure, and if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Things going well so far. They'll have decent field position to begin with. The Rockies tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. New set of downs for them from the 31. Now Shuck coming off that pick. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you get more interceptions.
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
He'll throw it. Hauled in by Olave, left side. He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and them team. for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black out. If they act out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate them. That's hating on them. Then they both. I hate them. Hating on them. Then they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Looking to throw. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First down throw from Goff. And he's going to go down. Great work by the Saints. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Lions down by a touchdown. Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. They go play action with Goff. Buying some time left. He's keeping it. He slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
That one complete to St. Brown. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. It's a pick up of 4 yards. And he is good for a Detroit first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first, guarantee some yards, and then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Inside 90 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him. Altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To throw. Beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. You got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
180.
Goff tosses it quickly out wide. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Gibbs. And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in. And now an extra point would give him the lead and maybe the win. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
Saints 42.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Let's go. Panther leading. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 Lions.
Here he is to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up second down. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when he let that ball go. And
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions make the play that should win them this game.
you could feel them, Kate. You could feel the convoy. They were going. They thought they might have another one, but unfortunately, another touchdown. But you know what? Not going to stop them from celebrating in another big game-changing play.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10.
Here we go.
Running it with Gibbs. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions grow their lead to 8.
Saints 42.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. First and 10 coming up. Second quarterback run here. So the Lions get the win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from New Orleans.
Chill, right on my side is my ego becomes a funky child with some words on my tongue. Be like intake a breath in my mouth gets loose. So while I scatter my spit, I dream of juice. Have you rebel out dark hallway? This way, I guess I made your day. I say, play the track from your record collection. It's your mix, congratulations. Change a lot of names, some know that we have always been down. If I ever did a thank you, then just let me it up. The sun is up. So run it down. Get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. You're healing with ways that don't last for long. Don't have the time and it obvious. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here for it for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the that my homies got rich doing that they said wouldn't work. Bring out the and the hit a load of a I'm gonna the place with them car. I see the bums that be wishing we end in the ditch at the pain that see them and hurt. I see the love that we give and the love that we get. Make sure everything come up full circle. We're from nothing to something, got all of us jumping it that we made from the air. We went from running and with nothing to stop it, just beat in the neighborhood, bruh. They ain't the person alive that be matching the vibe, and honestly ain't even fair. They ain't the do with the drive and the vision like I have unless I go look in the mirror, babe. So run it up, the sun is up. So run it down, get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up, there's no rest to shut it down. Working for real, get your money up. Believe it on God, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Put that on everything that I love. Church. Yeah, on everything that I love. Yeah, ain't nothing that come above.
Words alone can't stop a losing streak. If it were that easy, every coach would do it.
When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place. True indeed. Yes, I got the record, that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need.